everyone, welcome back to Age of Empires 4 commentary. I am Beyond, and thank you so much for the support in the past couple videos and the channel as a whole. Honestly, I can't even believe the growth currently. We're already at 560 subscribers. It's actually crazy. Thank you guys so much. I truly appreciate it. Let's get right into this game. Today we have Core in the red playing as the Malians. Now Core is on his way back into the game, took a little bit of a hiatus, now streaming again on Twitch, which is a great stream to go check out, so I would highly recommend it. We'll leave the link to Core's stream in the description below. Across the way, in the blue, we have 3D Cat playing the French. I don't believe 3D Cat has any social medias that I could find. If I do end up finding one, I will leave it quickly linked below. I will also, a quick note as we're getting into this, I can see already that Cat is going out quickly onto these deer. That is pretty standard on Hill and Dale, this map, and on top of that, honestly, it just seems like this is a very standard play for all 3D players. And it's definitely something that I would highly recommend for anyone to do. If you have safe deer that's right next to your thing, don't have to wait for sheep. You can save those for later. Just get right out there, throw down the mill. You can get the early upgrades like they did. It's super easy and super convenient. So I would highly recommend it. Now, this matchup, we don't have too much of a sample size just yet. The French currently have a 33% win rate, but only over 51 games in Conqueror and above. This is probably very matchup and kind of player dependent, especially this high of level, especially in the summer when not as many people are playing because the major tournaments are taking a time off. So it's one of those things where since a lot of people are taking the time off, not as many high level games, we don't get as big of a sample size. But the French on an open map against the Malians is always quite good, especially with the second pit mines like over here and over here are very susceptible spots like they are on this map. I'm sure the French have a much better win rate than what they show on paper. French versus the Malians across every single rank. It's a 47% win rate over about a 1.1k games. Now this is from the newest update, the newest patch. So there's not as many games played just for that quick little snapshot. That being said, I mean, for across all divisions, you can't really be too sure exactly what the issues might be or those win rates might be. But overall, it seems like a pretty decent matchup, especially on a map like this one. A little bit closed off, but that second gold vein / pit mine for the Malians is not easily guaranteed. Now, if you've made it this far into the video, I would please, as I mentioned before, we are absolutely killing it. You guys are, oh my god, no, I forgot to click these. I'm so sorry. Everyone, I'll keep those on. That's my bad. I should have done that earlier. I had it, then I had to restart because I messed up the intro, and here we are. C'est la vie. But the villager count's now there for your viewing pleasure. That being said, if you have made it this far, please do subscribe. It would really mean a lot to me. I'm trying to get up to 1,000 by the end of this year. We are gaining quickly, so I really appreciate it. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the content. And I've been getting a few messages. I know I saw that Merlin is leaving the AoE 4 scene for now. He just left a goodbye video on his channel. I know a few other creators have left as well. I just want to state kind of outwardly and I guess publicly, I have no intention of leaving AoE 4. I'm having an absolute blast. I think the game's in a pretty good spot, honestly. The player base is pretty good. I've been really enjoying the community. I've been loving my stream, which I'm actually going to stream sometime this weekend as well. But that link will be in the description below. But yeah, I've been having an absolute blast. I'm still going to bring you guys at least 3 to 4 videos a week. So you can count on me to be here for the long haul. I think that things like Stormgate are, while interesting, it's not exactly my perfect kind of play style. I don't love the kind of alien type of like futuristic vibe as much as like an AoE 4, which is more realistic, which is why I like the Total War games a lot as well. I will be playing that new Total War game as well coming out in October. I'll probably be streaming it mainly. But if there's any other games you ever want me to give a try, let me know. But for the meantime, I'm going to be sticking with AoE 4. It's going to be 4 videos of AoE 4 to 3 videos every single week. I'm going to be streaming AoE 4. So I'm going to continue to cast for EGC. So whatever happens, I'm going to be here. I just wanted to say that just so that there's no more questions. I've been getting some Discord messages and stuff like that. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm having a blast right now, so I'm going to continue to have a blast. So as we can see, we have a knight rolling out over here for Cat. Sorry, I'm trying to get like simulate back into it because I wanted to say that, but now I'm like kind of off my game. We see the core went for a stable and a barrack, so it looks like we're gonna be seeing maybe some warrior scouts. Yeah, we see some warrior scouts out in the field. It might just be one of those things where just like to move the deer, but luckily Cat's already got those deer on lock, and all of those safe sheep are just hanging out. 13 are waiting, so this is really, really good play here from Cat. See if he can get any damage done with this first night. We're looping around the backhand side. As I mentioned, there's not many safe pit mines in the backhand side over here, so Core might be in some trouble. We also see the early wall-offs happening for the French player over here, also walling off this relic to make sure that they secure that safe and sound, which is nice. When they do eventually go up to that castle age, which it looks like both players are going to be good doing, because as you can see, Cat's only produced 2 knights, and that's it. We have Donzos coming out for Core, which is a great response. Not only Donzos, a lot queued up there, reminds me of myself over here. Donzos are great into knights, not only because they do so well, of course, they're spearmen into knights, but they have that extra throwing ability, which I think you can really catch some French players off guard, especially in the lower levels. Because when they make that throw, you're not really expecting that much damage to come up in the forefront. Usually you have more time as the knights, and look at that, the warrior scouts trying to get a little bit of cheeky damage in the backhand side. But you're not really expecting that much upfront damage to come out. We have another knight coming around back here. You're going to be dealing with that wolf because it's so annoying to get that notification constantly as we go. Core is looking to put up some walls, but this knight's going to be protecting that quite safely. I will say a nice job by Core here to escort his villager with these Donzos, which means this is going to be all she wrote, and there it is. See that first initial throw? It leads the knights in, and that's a quick 40 damage just done right off the rip. So this knight is going to have a rough time already, and with this wall off over here, knight's going to catch even more strays on the backhand side, and actually, this knight's going to die, I think. I don't think this knight's going to come out, and there we go. There's even more throws. Those Donzos surround it completely, so a nice investment from Core. Core having 7 Donzos out this early is a heavy investment, but now Cat responding with more and more knights as well, so it is going to be a worthwhile investment for Core. If Cat just went up for a quick second TC, which it looks like we don't see coming out, which is actually quite weird, honestly. Almost every French player that I've played drops that second TC. But I was going to say that 8 Donzos might be an overinvestment at times. But now we're going to be sitting in a very, very good spot. Actually, now I think about it more and more, 8 Donzos is not an overinvestment. I don't know what I'm talking about. We have a cow boom being kind of laced up in perfect perpetuity. The cow's starting to pop up, and we have the perfect little kind of round to make sure that this is the new build for the Malians. I haven't covered it yet on my channel, but I definitely will be, and here we are right now. We have these Donzos, unfortunately not escorting just as much, and there we go. Actually does save the villager, which is really, really nice micro here by Core. Core's doing an excellent job at dealing with this. We have the warrior scouts fighting knights, which is never going to end too well for yourself. These Donzos are going to be lock and loaded pretty soon again. They're going to get another nice volley off right here. Oh, they were about to chuck it, and then they decided to fall back completely. But Core's going to get a complete wall off on the backhand side of his base, going to be feeling nice and safe. And we also have more deer going down. That's why this wall off came over here. Not fully finished, it looks like. We have, I mean, in AoE 4 context, this is a finished wall. But in real life, most certainly you could waltz through that and get that relic. But in AoE 4, that is a full wall, even if it is not fully completed. So we'll see if that plays a role later on, if Core's able to do some damage because of that downed palisade wall over there. We already have Chivalry coming out for the French player. Let's take a peek-see at what these knights are doing out in the map. They're looking to cause a little bit of mischief in the middle of the map. We're going to be seeing if anything kind of comes from that or comes to fruition. We have 2 archery ranges coming down and a blacksmith, so Core is setting up for this full-on cow boom. We already have 8 cows securely in their cattle ranches just hanging out. We have the knights kind of rolling up, seeing if they can get any damage done to this forward wood line. It looks like there's going to be a little hole there, which causes a ton of damage. The Donzos, there's only 1 Donzo there, 2 Donzos trying their best. Here's the rest of the squad. Going to be losing another knight. Not really worth it for Cat, especially if he loses this knight as well. Looks like it's going to be able to pull back just in time. But 1 knight for 1 villager, you take those all day long, especially as someone like the Malians with so much passive income, as you can see, mostly on food at this point and gold, because you don't really need food. These things are just producing 84 per minute. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Cows are being coming out left and right. And I believe these are just fully triggered to all of these. So they'll slowly fill them up as they go. This cow will now go to this one. And voila, 84, 84, 84. Easy as you like. We can switch over here and you can see doing very, very well. We have knights now roaming in yet again. Another knight's going down for another villager. Again, I don't know if that's the best trades. That being said, I mean, 3D Cat is kind of able to do whatever they want on the back end side. Over here, we still have no stone coming out, which is actually quite interesting. No second TC to look. And we finally see Core dropping a tower up front. 2 more villagers going down. This trade's way more worth it at this point. And we see Donzos are going down left and right due to these archers. And we have knights in the back inside the base. More knights will be going down, but 4 villagers are down. As you can see, Cat has an 8 villager advantage so far, especially with the French. They have that extra ability to produce. Another knight goes down though, and these knights are going to be going down as well. Another one's going to be going down, and the last one might escape. We're not sure. Well, if it stops to kill that lumber camp, it's going to be going down for sure. We see more archers going down as well, and Core has built himself up quite a mass. We have 5 knights out in the field with 14 archers, which will do very, very well into this. I wouldn't be surprised to see if we switch to javelin throwers as well with this much archery, this much archer mass on the backhand side. These Donzos are going to be chasing these down left and right. Remember, they can start to get there we go. They get the spears out, get to start to chuck them, so that they are slightly better than most spearmen into archers, especially chasing them down. But a little bit of overextension there from Core, seeing that he now has to fall back with that many knights. And these knights are going to get a nice charge off. Actually, it looks like they're not. The charge is going to be canceled, and Core picks the right time to turn around and get a nice poke off on that front knight over here. A lot of Donzos for this Malian army is going to be enough to dissuade any forward aggression. We can see the archers coming in and starting to pick off these Donzos, but only 2 for 1 trade. And let's see if we can get any. We do not see. We see that there's no actual vision over here to get these villagers. And now Core's just going to be fighting archers with archers underneath the tower. And that's a trade you'll be willing to take all a day long. That being said, Cat's obviously sitting in a decent position because these French knights are absolutely juiced. We still do not see any stone coming out. So this is a 1 TC French just going off. We don't even see a farm transition because of all these deer. So maybe deer's the move. Deer might be the wave, honestly, at this point. It's looking really, really nice back here. We see plenty of gold being done, and we also see some berries in the backhand side. A lot of gold over here, and we see the Cat's now moving in to the right-hand side of the base, left-hand side of the base. I don't know. It's kind of in a weird wonky spot. The top-end side of the base is going to be peppering down this palisade wall. We have 10 knights. This is absolutely insane. Looks like we're seeing some feudal age all in at this point from both players. We see a nice pot shot there from the Donzos, and the archers are going to continue to get involved. That 1 knight does actually live and will be able to regenerate its health all the way back up. Donzos are definitely super, super good into these French knights. I think there's going to be another little hole opening for them again. There they go. But a quick reaction by Core, which is really nice. Oh no, you don't want these knights to go in there. This is horrible for Cat. These things are going to be absolutely evaporated. These Donzos are now ushering them. We're about to lose. How many knights is this? 6 knights are going to be going down. Some nice spread out from Core, and it looks like we're going to be absolutely. This is the absolute blender over here. These knights are running for their lives, trying to get out. These archers are also making a good motion over here, picking them off one by one. These Donzos, though, somehow got absolutely outflanked. Would have loved to see the forward formation. We do have knights and archers, though, in on the back end side doing some damage as these knights try to escape. And it looks like they are able to escape. Well, a lot of Donzos are being used to kind of chase these down. Even the villagers are pulled at this point. But at this point, there's also the French army over here. So Cat's doing a great job at microing. Both players are really in their bag at the current moment, doing their best to kind of phase this out. These palisade walls are not able to hold back this French army. Still 12 knights out on the field. These Donzos and archers, though, are going to see a nice archer formation over here, and they're going to do a lot of damage. These archers are trying to take out the Donzos. Oh my god, the knight just ran into the Donzo, which is not good in the slightest. These archers are trying their best to kite backwards. And now at this point, they are on the forward attack. The French Knights are just so good and so beefy. A forward berries over here is not going to be the way, and these archers are getting absolutely ripped apart. This French archer ball is at 31 at this point, which is almost double the Malian player. That being said, the Donzos can shoot if needed, but they're actually not going to hold this tower position. They're actually going to fall all the way back to the TC, and we can see that these archers are doing so much work, picking off Donzo after Donzo, left and right, and they're trying their absolute best, but now the TC is getting involved. No one's actually in this whole outpost, which is actually quite unique. I thought the villagers would at least do 1 or 2 in there, but this town center is going to be able to push them all the way back. It looks like 3D Cat is not putting on the brakes in the slightest. We have a full-on berry transition, and we have continual now wood over here after they're done with the deer. We have more berries over here, so Cat's is spreading out, but still no second TC. But as you can see, 1 TC at this point. Yes, the Malians are so good at that passive income, but the thing really becomes how good the French are at producing villagers at this point. And you can see the population is very in favor of Cat, and he has full control over the map. This wall has been causing him a lot of issues this whole time, and now we finally see the Grand Corral going down, which is going to be so good for core. This full cow boom transition, we can see the impacts it's going to have. Nearby cattle provide 20 food per minute, an additional 20 food. So as you can see, that's going to be a total of 120 extra food per minute off of this Grand Corral, and on top of that, it's an economic landmark, so they're going to be absolutely cooking. And once we get these upgrades coming into place, core should be able to hold off at least for a good amount of time. But that being said, 3D Cat is now moving out in the map, even to these forward gold veins, and there's nothing really stopping them from just continuing this engage. And there is the age up. Cat knows he has to go in at this point and do some damage. Nothing can really be done after that. We do see that one poor villager over there looking to get those trees down, or there's actually 2 of them, are going to be absolutely rinsed quite quickly. And now the knights are in the base. Another villager has been sacrificed to the greater gods, just sending them back out. And they're actually going after this pit mine to stop the passive income from going down. As I mentioned, one of the only reasons why I think core is in a rough spot at the current moment is that second pit mine cannot go down. There's nowhere safe at this point because you can't get map control against the French player this early on. Those Donzos and archers are now both age 3, so this core army is actually pretty scary. Another villager gets picked off. This wood will be eventually taken, but not quite so soon. We have more and more archers facing the wrath of this French archer ball, which is at 50 archers strong. And even with this town center, these French knights do not care. They have +1 armor, and they're going to be healing as they go. We have that tower finally being used, but this archer ball is now moving in fully under, and there are actually some great micro here back and forth. We can see as we get a little bit closer, this army is now chasing them all the way back. They're hightailing it for the hills, and now we can slowly move back out so no one gets any sickness. But we do love that zooming feature. Thank you, devs, for putting that back in. I know it wasn't on the top priority list, but I appreciate you nonetheless. We can see these archers are now trading back and forth. These Donzos are trying to get as many knight kills as they possibly can. Only 9 knights are left on the map, but these Donzos and these archers are finally doing the damage. It looks like these knights were doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing, which is soaking up town center archer fire, and now the archers are really sitting in a very good position. And even though 3D Cat is in feudal age, it does not matter. They're doing so much damage to core's economy. We have the whole squad is picking berries over here at this point. And the Grand Corral is producing even more food. But there's nothing else that really core can get with these villagers. If he sneaks them out over here and Cat's able to see that, he's going to have 10 French knights upon his doorstep almost instantly. So core has to slowly move out. As you can see, so many, 27 are on food, even though he has the Grand Corral, which you shouldn't even need to worry about at this point. As you can see, so much food is coming in. It looks like Cat is floating a ton of food, but not so much in the way of gold. So we might not be seeing an age up anytime soon, but it looks like we're getting another move in. This is really good here from Cat, just causing a lot of damage, a lot of economic damage as they go. This sofa is going to get absolutely nothing done to it. But now Cat's actually moving fully over, and does he find these villagers? Oh my goodness. If these villagers go down, that would be so rough. We have houses actually going down from Cat, but Cat, your army is just chilling here. There's 40 archers over here and 8 knights, and this army over here is going to get to be big enough soon enough. That's going to be very scary. But these archer masses are going in yet again. These French knights are just kind of hanging out on the backhand side. Once the sofas are the only ones left, they'll quickly dive in and do a lot of damage. These Dons are trying to find their way in, but these archers are able to see them so quickly. Cat is doing a great job at pulling back and kind of flexing his kiting muscles at this point. Now the Dons are on the archer mass, which is the last thing you really want, and these knights are now diving the archers underneath. Now those knights can come back and get a nice charge off on the backhand side. If they don't fix, there goes down the sofa. And now the sofas are getting cut down by these French knights. It looks like this archer trade was pretty advantageous. Did slow Core's army down quite a bit. As you can see, only 5 and 6 apiece for the remaining army mass. And there's still quite amount of archers over here. Yes, these sofas are going to be able to clean them up eventually. And yes, all these things will be happening. But this is such a good trade for Cat at this point. Just continually trading out these remaining archers, which are pretty much dead and done and dusted for him. And there's a whole nother ball forming out front. We do not see any stone just yet either. So we see berries, we see gold, but no stone. So Cat's still not going to be going up to that castle age. The longest feudal age I've seen in my entire life from a French player, but causing so much damage. These sofas are able to tank up so much of this measly archer fire at this point. But with the knights, they do have a nice little splash in of that heavy damage dealing with the upgrades that they have. There's still 14 knights out on the map, and as you can see, the French mass and / blue kind of worker line is still streaming across the map. Sofas are moving out to look to do some damage, and they will be able to find a lot of damage, honestly, at this point, if they can make it to any of these berry patches, stuff like that. But Cat kind of sees this and has already preemptively moved away most of his villagers. There's only 7 over here, and 2 French knights are following suit. We do have a lot of French knights have moved in onto this production over here, and it looks like they're going to be doing even more damage. These archers are now moving a little bit too forward, a little bit of a fancy feat over there, and these sofas are going to be torn down by the knights if they're able to charge in, which it looks like they're finally able to do. At this point, the archers are trying their absolute best to rinse and repeat this army, but the knights are finally moving in, and they're going to be doing a ton of damage. There's just not enough Donzo numbers to actually take down these knights. As you can see, only 2 Donzos are out on the map, and every time they pop out, they get absolutely obliterated by these archers, and there goes yet another one going down before they even see the light of day. There is no production on this side of the base, really. There's only these 2 over here. An absolute, so many trees over here. Course is running out of resources because Cat has full control of this base, and if there's any sign that there's a chance that he moves out of this base, look at this. Cat's doing a great job. Has a knight just patrolling over here, taking down all of these resources over here and sniping them the second they come out, which is so good. This is incredibly frustrating to deal with as a player like in Core's position. And as you can see, Cat, with the ability of that French TC, has 83 villagers off of 1 TC. If people ask me why the French are good right now, that's one of the biggest reasons, right? That is absolutely insane. Let's get a little in-depth look yet again. These archers are doing their absolute best to hold off this French military mass. There's nothing they can really do. And now there's 18 knights on the field, which you need a lot more Donzos than just 5 to deal with. Because if you don't have them, they won't do them. And there we go. The French, looks like they're actually going to be surrounding on these archers. And they're going to be trying to finally put the kibosh on this, and they have the surround. Even the archers got involved in this surround. They're like, you know what, just the knights aren't the only ones that can do this. We can do this as well. And these archers are doing so well into this. We do see finally that Cat's able to float enough resources to go castle age, but we have no food at the current moment, so we're going to have to make that fix pretty quickly. We have farm transitions going off left and right. Those are in full swing as well. This is a feudal age farm transition as well. Absolutely insane. We can see that Core sitting comfortably with that corral, that cow boom, but this is just constant harassment. This is absolutely insane. I've been talking for 24 straight minutes, so thank you 3D Cat and 3D Clan. Honestly, in general, we have more villagers going down. They're trying to get out as quickly as they possibly can. It looks like they're going to be able to sneak around the backhand side. They can, yes. So the knights are able to actually get around. The second cat sees that, he knows he can do some damage. And now these villagers are streaming headlong into French knights. And this is what happens when they're out on the map, outside their safe, tucked away little area. They're absolutely destroyed. 21 villagers have been killed. 3D Cat is up to almost 90 villagers, and that's with 1 TC. Core is moving out to try to take away some more forward of his base, trying to do as many of these walls as he possibly can. But as you can see, Cat is quick to it and has sniped another couple of villagers as we go. And there they go. 3 more go down. It looks like another one's going to be going down as well. 4 go down in the exchange. It is the price of this wall. That is the blood price of that wall currently. And Core is trying to get even more food. Ooh, we were a little bit zoomed in there for a little bit. A few extra minutes. We do see a cheeky little pit mine over here. If Cat sees this, it's going to be quite quickly destroyed and decimated. But still nothing on that front. We don't see many relics either taken by either side. There is the Royal Institute. Does Core have any relics? Let me take a quick look. Try not to panic super quickly. We see I have another engage over here, but so many villagers are on. He needs more wood for production that was killed off by Cat earlier. And look at these archers. They're firing over the wall the best they can. This is Castle Age in the Feudal Age, and Cat is still doing a great job. Just shows you how powerful these knights actually are. Once Cat dings Castle Age, I'm not going to really sure what Core's going to be able to do though, because Cat has complete control of the map, and here comes the upgrades for the knights, and shortly after will be the archers, I'm sure. And once that archer upgrade comes in, there's the archer upgrade. Core knows he has to do some damage going forward with this army. If he doesn't, he's going to be in for a real hurt at this point. And this archer mass is trading in quite well into this Donzo army over here, knowing full well the second these Donzos go down, it will be all she wrote. As you can see, the knights are almost Castle Age. Cat's just waiting the best he can, and there they go. They ding Castle Age. There's the silver helmets, and now they can do so much damage. Even though those are into spearmen, the 3D Cat does not care. Those knights are now super strong and super good, and it's gonna be absolutely able to rinse this army, especially. And these are still Feudal Age archers doing this much damage, but these knights are the workhorse of the French army, doing so much damage, able to do so much impact with these knights. And now this forward pit mine is going to get absolutely trounced quite quickly. But Core is actually able to hopefully mass up on the back end side of this. But there is still 11 French knights to deal with. And there's a nice now hole in this base, which is unfortunate. So that wall that took so much to get up is now completely destroyed. These French knights are being gifted by Cat a little bit too soon. But actually is able to escape with only losing 1 there, which is actually quite incredible. We still have 2 French knights over here this entire time. We have a sofa trying to get through, but knights are able to deal with that quite quickly. And we'll have to just wait and see. It looks like this pit mine is going to be canceled, and there goes Core, cancels them all. This pit mine will be taken down quite quickly. And now these knights might see that final one. It looks like they might. Are they going to be able to see that one villager? They do not. I mean, this guy is living on the edge, right? Like this worker villager over here, living on the absolute edge of glory, just like, nope, don't mind me, just hanging out, not a big deal. Another sofa is picked off, looking like he was going for another raiding party, but going to be quickly dispensed by those forward knights. This cheeky pit mine is still existing over here, though. But at this point, there's 13 Castle Age French knights walking through the front door, and Core doesn't really have an answer for him. He has 25 Donzos, which are good, as you can see, doing a lot of damage over there. Cat is going to have to struggle with this forward tower. Not much they can do on that front. There's going to be another tower being placed down for that springhold emplacement, I'm assuming. And there we go. We can get this as well, just to do the extra damage to those knights. Actually, we're going to be quickly moving on from that. Another pit mine is going down, but I think this one's going to be seen. This one will be seen by the French player, because they're going to be able to see since from this mill over here, and that will bring this army over yonder. It looks like now Cat's going to be moving over here, assuming that this is where the pit mines actually are. We see the full-on farm transition on the back end side, and lots of wood for Core over here, but did not finish that palisade wall, which is going to be absolutely devastating. The knights are now running in yet again, and Core doesn't know what to do with them. That one little pesky wall is causing so much damage. And now they're going to be on to this food transition. More villagers are going to be going down. And this is absolutely brutal for core. One of the great parts of this map is that you're so protected and so safe. But at the same time, if the other player has this much map control, it's actually impossible to do much work at all. And these knights are a gentleman's agreement, and there's we can see core is moving to get some relics. Gentleman's agreement there by the knights, just like we're gonna move out. No need to worry. Over here, we can see that this third pit mine is going up. If these knights can find this pit mine over here, they should be in a really, really good spot. I think core short up this up, so these 3 knights are going to be going down quite quickly. You've done a great service to the rest of them. Actually, they're going to be able to skirt out yet again, so you're going to get one more charge off on the backhand side. Just kidding, they've chosen the wrong way. Just kidding, somehow they are actually able to get around that building over here, and they will get one more charge off, which is actually insane. One knight goes down, downs are being pulled back, but we have a flood of knights over here that made it in. They made it through all of these palisade walls. It took them quite some time, but they are in. They are moving and grooving, and they just took out so many villagers. Core is definitely feeling the hurt of all of this. And now the archer mass is moving up front. We have forward towers as well. I love that core is able to pull off this many pit mines, though, that are in complete secret. Just don't worry about these over here. And now the archers are moving in for the French player. It looks like they're going to be doing some damage quite quickly, picking off donzos as they pop out. We have 51 donzos into 55 archers and 23 Castle Age French knights. We have a 104 to 64. Doesn't matter too much as the Malians have that passive gold income for days. But if this monster of an army rolls out and meets and finds these 2 things, you're going to be in for rough sledding. It looks like Cat is aware. No way. Is he going to get away from it again? Or is this villager going to finally get caught? Look at him. 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 No way. Gets caught. Gets saved yet again. But now Cat's looking to deal some damage over here. But core smartly throws up the stone wall. You shall not pass. There ain't no way those archers go over that, but a lot of damage are done over here. These archers are able to pick off so many villagers. Another 10 went down quite quick. We do have sofas now into the gold mine as well, but these towers are going to be able to deal with them quite quickly, and we have some defensive knights as well. But the sofas get a little bit of damage back, which is always nice to see from core. But now this army has decided it is upset. It is angry. Are these sofas going to finally give up the secret? They are. They're going to run them right into it. And now Cat knows. Now Cat's going to know right here. Boom, quite quickly. And now Cat sees the pit mines, but it doesn't matter. We have the full-on battle. Here we go. 66 archers into 59 donzos and 21 archers, as well as some Musfati warrior on the backhand side. All these Castle Age French knights, 32 of them, are moving slowly back. These archers are doing their best to completely eliminate these donzos in the front side. Down to 45 already. Wow, I cannot speak, and that's unfortunate. We do see that the knights are finally able to be cleaned up on the backhand side by these sofas, so they're trying to do even more damage. Cat could turn around and just kill off those 2 pit mines and do some serious damage, but it looks like he's going to be looking to finish this off completely, and this archer mass is moving forward and picking off anything that steps in its way. Now they're moving on to under the TC. That one poor donzo is trying to make up for everything, and even the production are just popping out, and they're instantly dying. We have these archers mass now doing so much damage to this donzo numbers, and they're just sitting in the front line because of the great micro here from Cat. Cat is moving back and forth, and we're just slowly getting this cutting nature back all the way. 54 archers strong still and 10 in the queue, and it looks like core is trying his absolute best to keep these knights from getting in on his TC, and actually a full-on engage, but those were actually archers, not knights, so knights did not face the full brunt of that forward attack. 36 still, and as you can see, there is just an absolute massive knight still on the horizon coming in from across the map. And finally, this should be it. It looks like this is going to be the final days for the French player, for the Malian player. Core has done his absolute best to hold this constant pressure off from Cap. I think it's going to be too little, too late. We have a mangonel on the backhand side, but these knights are going to be like a quick rinsing of this mangonel. It's dead in 2 shots. Didn't last very long. Now we even have the knights are in onto this backhand line. 36 French knights in your base means GG's. What a game. That's how you deal with the cow booming strategy of the Malians. You keep them in their base and you fully secure the map and take every resource that you possibly can. Well played there by Cat. Well played by Core. GG's to both players. If you did enjoy this video, please do like and subscribe. It'd really mean a lot to me. I'd really appreciate it. We're on our way to 1,000. As I said before, I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying in AoE 4, so I'll see you guys next time.